Hey guys, welcome to the video. In this video we're just taking a look at the Perry Miniatures Battle in a Box American Civil War. So I'm not going to do a traditional unboxing because there's plenty out there online and on YouTube, and I feel like it'd be a bit redundant if I did a unboxing as well. No need for it. So what I thought I'd do is just explain exactly what you get in here and then just my opinions on it. So you come here to find out what you get in here because you plan on buying it and you want to know what you can do with it. I'll just go over that now. So you get 12 plastic cavalry on sprues. You get 65 Confederate infantry as well as the 8 command figures. You got 48 of the generic infantry. You can use for both sides if you wanted to. You got 24 zouaves plus 4 command figures. You get 2 mounted officers. You get 18 artillery crew. You get 4 artillery pieces. You get 4 foot of fencing, and then an American Civil War house. So yeah, you get a lot in here. I think money wise this retails at £95. I think if you were to buy them all separately, near enough, it'd be, well, you've got about £30 or £40 saving, I think I worked out once. So yeah, not bad. It's a good way of picking up some miniatures and paying a bit less for it. So just quickly talk about, so like I said, that's what you get in there. Some things I want to just talk about in this box set. So didn't mention, but you get a rule set in here as well, Firepower. This is written by Alan and Michael Perry along with Alessio. I recognise the Alessio name. I don't want to say what rules he's written because I don't want to get it wrong, but I'm pretty sure he's written some big rule sets. So yeah, so that's kind of promising. I haven't really flipped through this, but it's 12 pages long. So if you want to pick up a rule book, or if you want to just pick up and go, I think this is a good way to do it, as it's not a lot of reading, and it looks like you can get a lot of miniatures on the table without too much faff of learning rules. You get a sheet of flags as well, with the typical like Perry's uniform guide on the back there, which is awesome. But yeah, as for the flags, you've kind of got Confederate and Union, which is useful, so nice. Then with the just a few things about the actual models inside. Like I said, I've said what we've got in there. One thing's worth noting as well with the artillery, you do get the artillery sprue, but you don't get the limber with it. So one thing you might not realise, you don't get the limber, so if you want limber, obviously you're not going to get it in this set. Not the end of the world for me because I haven't really built up my limbers. I don't use them for any of my games. However, I know some games require a limber, or you might want to chuck them in there just for a bit of flavour. So that's one thing noting. You don't get limbers with the artillery. Also, with the artillery crew, you get 18 artillery crew. That's 6 artillery crewmen per sprue, 3 sprues. In an artillery box set, you do technically get 1 artillery crew sprue per cannon. In this, you've got 3 artillery sprues between 4 cannons, so you are down a few numbers in men. It's not really an issue for this sort of firepower rule set they made, because I don't think you need loads of figures for the artillery. But if you look at some other rule systems, when you're having about 5 crew per cannon, all of a sudden you're a few men short. So that's worth noting as well. If that's what you're thinking, you might have to pick up some artillery crew off eBay or something like that. So I thought it was worth mentioning. So yeah, that's just a little bit about artillery. Another thing I just want to mention about sprues as well is the general, the officer. You get 2 of these. They're exactly the same sprue. These are unique to this box set, so you won't get these anywhere else. Well, you won't get them in any other Perry box sets is what I mean. You might probably pick these up off eBay potentially. But yeah, they are the same sprue, but you've got some really cool options there. I've kind of changed it up a bit. So yeah, you get 2 of these in this box. Yeah, and this box set maybe was designed to be bought by maybe 2 people, share it, split the box in half, have 2 forces. So or maybe you buy it for yourself and just do 2 forces. So you've got two mounted officers in theory for like Union and your Confederates. So yeah, that's kind of a little bit about the sort of sprues I wanted to say. You can kind of, my thoughts on it is, I know you've got the Confederate infantry and then you've got the Union or the generic American Civil War infantry. There's kind of nothing stopping you doing this whole box set as Confederates. You could do this, potentially do this whole box set as Union as well. Sure, these are specific Confederate sprues, but I mean, you could easily paint them up. Even maybe early war, you could get away with it because there's a lot of shell jackets and sack coats in here. The Union typically, I think, wore sack coats come the end. I think they're called sack coats rather than the more shell jackets, which tend to kind of be with the Confederates. But if you did early war, you could probably use the Confederate sprues as Union. And also, if you thought, sod it, I'm going to use them anyway, I'm sure you could use them as Union, you know. So you don't have. I think you don't have to necessarily strictly stick to a blob of Confederates and a blob of whatever. You could mix it and all. You could do Confederates for everything. The artillery piece is obviously generic. They can go for both sides. Cavalry the same. The zouaves the same. Sure, the Union had a lot more zouaves, but the Confederates still had some zouaves. So yeah, you could kind of do with whatever really. So whether you're buying this to build up 2 armies, play with mates, play on your own, or like me, you're buying this just to expand your current collection. Yeah, I think it's perfect really. And for the price wise as well, I think before you even factor in the rule set and the terrain with this, you're still making a nice saving on the miniatures. So yeah, that's nice, I think. I might as well just mention the terrainy bits. The terrain bits you can buy separately through Perry's. I think they're on the little plastic section of their store. But you get a American Civil War house. Comes in 2 sprues. If you haven't seen it already, obviously there's tons on forums and stuff, or photos, because it's such a popular sort of kit. Loads of people buy this kit and they always get their hands on this building, so it's quite a recognisable building when it's built up. And then you've got these fences here, so some snake fencing. So yeah, I don't know if I will use these because I've kind of got all my houses and fencing sorted for now, but I'll see what I want to do with them really. I might end up using them, I don't know yet. Yeah, so that's kind of my thoughts on the box set. Really good box set. I've noticed personally a lot of people on YouTube recently have been picking up this box set and doing little unboxings on it and stuff. That's why I thought I won't do such traditional unboxing, because there's so many out there. But yeah, for a old-ish box set from Perry's, I say it's old-ish because it was sort of, I believe it was before the Union infantry box sets were done and brought out, so that's why you don't have any Union infantry sprues in here. It's literally the Confederates and then the generic and then the zouaves. I think that was before the, obviously, so it's not like a super updated box set, but personally, after I've put a lot of box sets together now of Confederates and Union, I quite like the more generic American Civil War infantry now. I'm sort of preferring it, if anything. So yeah, but yeah, for a box set, I think it's brilliant, and I would highly recommend it. Like I said, it's retail £95 from Perry's. I think if you buy them directly from Perry's, you'll get a special sculpt as well, a metal cast figure. I can't remember who it is off the top of my head, but go check them out on the website. Or like what I did, I bought this from my local gaming store, and if that be the case, you're going to get it slightly cheaper because a lot of gaming stores offer a discount. So worth thinking about if you want to again bring the price down even more and get more of a saving on all these miniatures. So yeah, I hope this video's kind of been useful. Like I said, it's just a bit of a what you get and then my thoughts on it. Really cool box set. I've seen a lot of people doing stuff with it recently, and I can't wait to kind of get stuck in with it. So yeah, hope this was useful, like I said, and as always guys, keep an eye out for any videos I do in the future. Cheers guys.